Hey guys, welcome to the first morning Java with Josh. Yeah. Um, I know it's a pretty big deal for me. I'm really excited about it. I'm just waiting to get off of the webcam, the YouTube webcam, and start getting the professional camera, and then figuring out how to do like an intro, put like words up and a song. I know how to do most of that. I just don't have the software and the products to do it with it yet. So, anyways, welcome to Morning Java with Josh. Grab your coffee, pause this video, go make it, go get your bowl of cereal, go get your eggs and toast, go get whatever you want. Because we're about to start. Alright. So, how do you feel about all the terrorist attacks and all the threats we have as Americans? And pretty much every single place on the earth also, if you're not from America watching this video. I know about 6 days ago, probably about 2 weeks now that I think about it, I was pretty discouraged about it. That was like pretty close to when the Paris attacks happened, and I'll tell you the truth, I was getting a little worried, I was getting a little discouraged. But isn't it great how when you're discouraged and when you're fearful, God just shows you something miraculous or just something small that just gives you comfort, that just gives you safety. It just makes you feel like you're just great. You're just in great arms. So, when I was going through that, I opened up my Bible and I have a little devotional on the Bible app called Elisha, A Tale of Ridiculous Faith. And this day was day number 9. And it's a 13-day plan on the devotional app. This is not a sponsor. I'm just sharing what God showed me through this app. And it was just amazing how that day God just opened my eyes, pretty much, as we'll talk about in this story. Alright, so at this time, the Aramean king was trying to attack Israel. And back then, when you had a prophet, which was Elisha, it was kind of like having like the nukes, like the secret weapon, because they thought because they had a prophet, they had God, and since they had God, that they were going to win, because they were scared of God back then. Some are still now, but back then it was like if you had God, like everyone was scared, because they heard about when God used Moses to part the Red Sea for the Israelites to go through. So they knew all those stories. And they knew about the hail coming down. They knew about the walls coming down of Jericho with Joshua. Yeah, I was in the Bible, you know. I had a time machine. No biggie. I'm just kidding. It wasn't me. It was another Joshua. I was actually named after that Joshua and another Joshua that my parents knew, and yeah, he was a little kid that they liked, and they wanted me to just like him, but too bad, it turned out better. I'm just kidding. Alright, anyways, so they were trying to take Elisha so they could attack Israel. They were going to kidnap him. And, so their game plan was to surround Israel's camp. And, well, Israel. And so they did. They surrounded them. And they had camps put all around Israel. And they had food, they had water, they had swords, they had everything to attack them. And they were prepared to go in. For then, they were just staying around Israel. And one of Elisha's servants became scared and became discouraged and became fearful. Kind of like I was, thinking about all the terrorists coming in and what are we going to do about all that. So I just was reading this, I was like, what are we going to do about this? And then Elisha turns to his servant and says, Lord, please open my servant's eyes. Let him see who's on our side. And at that moment, it says, his servant's eyes were open to see chariots of fire and warriors surrounding the Amaramean soldiers. Now, isn't that amazing? How we think we're surrounded, we actually have an angel army surrounding the enemy. And it makes them look tiny compared to what God has for protecting us. We just need to ask for Him to open our eyes. What an awesome God we serve. Man. So, while I was reading that in 2 Kings 6, verse 8 through 23, if you want to read that story, I was just so amazed with God. How that was exactly what had my concerns with, and that was exactly what He hit in that devotional. I don't think that was a coincidence. I think God put me going through that on that specific date where I was going to read that in my devotional that morning. It was just amazing. And after that, I was going to church, actually. I was going to church, believe it or not. We all have struggles, even going to church. And I was reading, I was like, oh my goodness, it hit me right in the heart. It hit me exactly where I needed it. And so I told my mom about it, and my mom was filling in for my dad, who's the youth pastor at our church, for Sunday school. And so she was going to teach Sunday school, but she had to go do something else. So she told me, she said, I don't have anything planned for Sunday school. I was just going to let y'all run around because we had the little kids come in. Just crazy stuff going on at the church. And we just have, like, everyone together, pretty much. And, well, for that Sunday, at least, we were going through some pretty busy stuff. Anyways. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay, that's no biggie. I've given my testimony and I've said some stuff and I've preached a little bit, so I'm okay with that. I was like, sure. So I walk in and Megan, my oldest sister, she said, all right, Josh, are you ready to teach? I was like, teach? I just thought I was gonna give a little 15-minute something. And she was like, Mom told me you were teaching the lesson. I was like, oh my goodness, now I gotta teach the lesson. Alright, no biggie, no preparation. That's what God gave me this morning. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. And I just sat down and I just said basically what I just said to you. Who else is nervous or who's heard about all these terrorist attacks? And I just gave this. It was a busy Sunday morning. I know probably someone got something out of it because there's a good bit of us in there. But, yeah, it's just one of those things when God gives you something, you know God gave it to you, and you can feel it, and you can just feel so comforted. Because when I read this, I was like, why do I fear over man and earthly things? If they kill me, they kill me. I'm going to be in heaven. I don't have to worry about that. But I don't know, it's just something that God gives you just to feel comforted. So, yeah, if you ever are fearful or want to know what's going on and you don't know what, just go to God, go to God's Word, ask somebody who knows more about the Bible than you, ask somebody like your pastor or your youth pastor, or someone you know is really solid in their foundation with God, so you can learn from them and maybe you'll become that person. And also, I have my email in this description in every video I'll post, so if you have any questions that you don't want to be public, and just ask me anonymously and I won't put your name and I'll answer your question on here. Unless you don't want me to, then I'll answer it in the email. So, yeah, that's the first Morning Java with Josh. I'm gonna try to post earlier. I'm gonna try to get a professional camera. If you can see the sun's reflection coming up, so I am a little early. But yeah. So I'm gonna try to work better for you guys. Get it looking better. Get it sounding better. And get all this grainy stuff out of the way and get a good camera. But yeah, one thing, I have a challenge for you guys. I want you to think really hard, because I am too, about a fan base name, fandom name, as people call it. It's just something easy easy for me, that I can call y'all, like, instead of saying, hey guys, because I know y'all are all guys, it's kind of like saying, hey everybody, but just think of a name for yourselves, and just email it, comment it, and I'll reply. I'll be like, oh, that's good. I'll be like, maybe not. But if y'all all agree on one, try to get together and talk about it. I know I'm not that big of a deal yet, but another thing God did for me when I uploaded the video, my first video. Remember how I said, go back if you don't remember, how I said I'm probably not going to be that big of a deal. I'm probably going to have 10 subscribers in a year. Yesterday, last night, when I went to sleep, I checked, and I had 10 subscribers. It didn't take me a year, folks. It only took me like 2 days. And on that video, here, let me look it up. On that video, I'm pretty sure it's got like almost 40. Last time I checked, it was 34 or something. So, yeah, here it is. It's got 52 views. Wow. I've known guys who I know and girls who have YouTube channels, and they've had their videos up there for a year, and they don't even have 52 views. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just saying how awesome the Lord can use you when you don't even think it's going to be that big of a deal. And it's got 52 views, 11 likes, 1 dislike. There's always going to be that one guy. Come on. And then 16 subscribers. Isn't that just amazing? Sorry, I just messed my hair up completely, but I know y'all don't care because I'm just so happy. But let's look at the comments. Alright, there's a nice. There's a sounds great, keep it up. Awesome. Cannot wait for next vid. Everyone needs a Barnabas. I know who Barnabas is, but I don't know who posted that. And then someone said you have like 4 views. That was like the first 5 minutes I posted it. So yeah, if you want to go look at that video, it's this video, starting YouTube with a mission. And then there's 52 and all that. And there's me. But yeah, isn't that just amazing? 52, 16 subscribers. When you think God's going to do something little, and He does something great, wow. Alright, well, I hope I encouraged you this morning. I know I've been needing some encouragement, but it encourages me to come out here and share just a little something with you guys. So, yeah, just be praying for me and for my health. Because it's getting pretty rough right now. But I'm getting through it. God's going to get me through it. So, yeah. So, I've said it like 3 times because I'm sitting over here watching Simba eat, my cat. Yeah, I'm talking about you punks. Come over here. Yeah, stop eating that food. Alright, guys. I guess I'll see you Wednesday, unless I post something in between, just for you guys. Think about a name, and yeah, help me out if you can. If you know a cheap camera that would be good for me, and a good software to video edit. And yeah, alright. See you guys later. Have a good Monday. Do not let it get you down. Oh yeah! I almost forgot my own outro! Oh my goodness! That's a big no-no! Be the change you want to see. And have a fantastic Monday morning.